I want to thank my friend from Foothills for bringing forward this piece of legislation, and he touched on virtually everything that is that's happened in my life growing up on a farm in Alberta. We lost our cattle farm. We lost the cattle component off our farm because of BSE, which resulted in my family having to change what we actually did. So we moved to a different type of agriculture, which actually in some strange way invited these same activists. Mr. Speaker, I remember my father calling me out, and he played for me a recording on the phone where an animal activist actually said, if the public knew what kind of farming you were doing, do you think your son would get re-elected as a member of Parliament? Thereby actually trying to intimidate me, to intimidate my father to stop farming. So can my colleague from Foothills actually speak to just how drastic and how dramatic and how intimidating these folks are? Because I know they stop by at the farms, they stay on the highway, they take pictures, they intimidate, they block, they cut gates, they let animals out, they do all kinds of atrocious things that are actually very detrimental and unsafe, not only for the public, but for the farm and the farm animals. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
The honourable member for Foothills.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, and I want to thank my colleague from Red Deer Lacombe, and I doubt that any of us can intimidate our fathers to do anything that they don't want to do. I'm still thankful that the father voice still kind of works a little bit, but he's exactly right. And we heard those stories from farmers that were heartbreaking. I heard it in my speech on Mr. Benendijk, where he doesn't tell anybody that he's an actual farmer anymore, where my generation, generations before us, were very proud of what we did. And now that next generation is ashamed of what they did because of that relentless intimidation and harassment, I think it's impunitive on us as parliamentarians to show Canadian agriculture, our farm families, that we'll be there for them, we will stand up for them, and ensure that this lifestyle is something we want to see for generations to come.